other kind of draft. I'll definitely be drafting Paul Goldschmidt. P. Alonso isn't a dummy. Tag him. That big old buddy is right next to you. Just put a glove on him. Oh, that could have been a nice double play and get to avoid this guy. The other Paul. Paul and Paul. I mean, they should make a law services, a commercial. Oh, do you need a home run hit? Just call Paul and Paul with Paul Goldschmidt and Paul DeJong. That's 1-800 kick Frank's butt and hit home runs. 1-800 home run. Hey everyone, welcome to another New York Mets franchise mode episode number 40. As it is a happy Mother's Day to any mothers that may be watching, but anyone who's watching, tell your mom happy Mother's Day. I'm sure it goes a long way. They definitely go through a lot for us to be on this earth. And in the last game, wasn't a pretty one. I mean, I don't even know how it happened. I really still just can't believe it did happen, where I was swinging really well, pitching not so much, and we had the game go to extra innings again because I blew the lead again. Had the wrong guys double switched, had DeGrom save the game in the 10th with Tomas Nido getting the go-ahead hit. So if that doesn't make a weird game for you, I don't know what does. We have the final game of the series against the St. Louis Cardinals. Jack Flaherty going up against Michael Walker. For once, we actually have, it looks better outside, but it still is pretty cold for me, so that's definitely unfortunate. As you can see, DeGrom is a little tired now. Stroman's more rested because I used him last game. That really was such a nightmare. Let's see, I mean, it looks like we could use some days off here. I'm thinking of giving Cano a day off, and maybe that's about it because we are facing a pretty tough pitcher in Jack Flaherty. I mean, Nimmo could use a day off. I'm just going to do one guy for now. We'll try to do like one at a time and see how it goes. I have no idea who my next opponent is. I kind of just go as I see it, honestly. Let's see here. Okay. I kind of like this, right? Is that correct? Looks good to me. All right, let's hop into it. Oh my gosh. So, I mean, we're going to try to... This has been a weird one. The fact that, like, I haven't had many extra inning games. I feel like before this series, I had one other extra inning game to my recollection. But just the fact that both two games of this series have been extra innings when neither one of them should have been. I should have won both of those in the normal 9 innings. But I keep blowing it in... was both times the 7th inning? I don't know. It's hard to remember because since I scored so many runs last game, I blew it like 3 times. I had 3 different leads and blew all of them. Luckily, I didn't blow the last one. So, I mean, we'll definitely look to have a nicer game here and not cry and complain and rage. All right, Jeff McNeil lead off. Still going to keep our zone on.
Number 6.
That one is hit up the middle. Diving stop by DeJong. Not in time. Jeff McNeil just able to get in there with an infield base hit. Oh, wait a second. We're using the pink bats. Oh, nice feature. MLB The Show. I like it. Very nice. That's one of the things I do like about baseball is the different colored bats for Mother's Day and Father's Day and the different uniforms for the Old Armed Forces Day, whether it's, you know, Independence Day or Memorial Day. I always like seeing those different cool hats and whatnot. Oh, Alonso drives that one out to center field. Good squared up. Looking up is the center fielder, and it's out of here. Pete Alonso leaves the ballpark, and the Mets go out in front 2-0. That definitely was nice zone right there. He put it right down the middle. I was able to not overreact. A lot of times I'm just expecting the ball to break, so I'll just like move the PCI and miss a fastball right down the middle. That time I was able to just keep it steady enough. And because of the zone, Alonso is able to make contact easier because I'm looking at the right spot. And as I've said a bunch of times, but when Alonso makes contact and it's a good pitch to hit, good chances leaving the yard. And it happens again. So P. Alonso definitely starting to put them together in bunches, and he probably leads the team in homers now. Definitely does. Ooh, Michael Conforto gets a slider right down the middle. Good squared up, and it gets over the center fielder's head. I'm actually looking at 3 here. Conforto's on his way to 3rd, and he'll get in there easily with a 2-out triple. JD goes up the middle. I'll take that finally. When was the last time I got an RBI with JD? I honestly don't even remember. I mean, he's cold right now, so we're just going to try to get him going little by little. 2-2 from Walker. Hit right back to Walker. Throws it on. Are you freaking kidding me? Alonso, you want to pick it up today, tomorrow, maybe next week? I mean, what are we doing here? It's like Colton Wong just finds a way to haunt me no matter what. Like, how much more on a platter could that one be? That's probably the worst error of the year. It really is. That is just so unfortunate because he swings at a pitch out of the strike zone with bad PCI. He somehow gets good timing, gets weak result. Waka, who I think actually has a decent fielding rating in this game, decides, nah, let's just let Colton Wong reach base because he always does. It's like, here I am. I finally think I get this guy out. Nope. 3-2. Paul DeJong doing what he does best. 1-2 from Waka. That was hit on the ground. Rosario. McNeil. Alonso. Double play. I like it. Ball 4. Back-to-back walks to Alonso and Cespedes. And the pitching coach has to come out. He's like, okay, we said walk Alonso. We didn't say anything about walking Cespedes. He's batting like 130 something. Wow, it's right down the middle. Conforto lines that one into right field with Alonso's 40 speed. Gonna have to keep him there, even though the throw was terrible. Nice job backing up by Flattery. JD, wow, good okay. I mean, wow. Oh, man. I guess if I move the PCI to the right a little bit. Oh, man. Oh, man. Try another 2-2. Look at Flaherty, man, having a 5-pitch at bat and getting a base hit. Give me a break. The pitchers are way too good for the CPU. They always get hits. That one's on the ground. McNeil. Rosario with a bare hand over to Alonso with the scoop. Okay. Pretty fancy double play. I like it. Look at the Carlos mascot. He's not a fan. Look at him. Oh, no. How can we hit that double play? That's how I normally am every single video. If I had a camera to show what I do, it's very similar to that. Let's see if Walker could get Mr. Ramos over. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I like that. That's a good bunt right there. At least Michael Walker doing something with that good bunt rating. Look at the helmet just chilling. You know what's really funny is that I was watching, I believe it was a Mets video where it was like a bunch of Met fights, and oh, I hate when they do that. They always intentionally walk McNeil because they know I would crush it. Okay, but it was Met fights, and I think it was one against the Phillies. It was one of those teams, but after the fight, like, since there was so much going on, everybody's hats were laying all over the diamond. I mean, like, all over the grass. There was just hats everywhere. Mets hats, Phillies hats. And you just see all these hats laying around. And you see, like, players over here and hats on the other side. I'm like, whose hat belongs to who? Like, do we have to fit all the hats? Do we write the names in them? I just thought that was interesting. There was a bunch of hats laying around after this whole skirmish happened. And there's about to be a fight right now. He keeps pitching me like this. Oh, he hits Alonso, and that will bring home a run. I mean, better than giving up a grand slam, I suppose. Think of how much out of the strike zone that was. That was way out of the strike zone. And he still hits home runs. Look at where that was. It was above the strike zone, and he's just like homer. Does Goldschmidt like the ball high? Is that a thing? Because I feel like he keeps doing it. I don't know. Could be. Because he keeps doing that. It's really annoying. Because I feel like, you know, I'm kind of trying to walk him to some extent, like the way they do with Alonso, but jeez. Matt Carr, oh no. Cespedes, what? Oh my God, just like, oh. DeJong is too good. And Pete Alonso steps on the bag to get Colton Wong out. And that will be the day for Michael Walker. 5 innings, 2 runs. Paul DeJong had a part of it. Of course, Goldschmidt hit a pitch out of the strike zone for a homer. So, I mean, that's just kind of standard when you face the Cardinals, I guess. All in all, pretty good game for him. Dom Smith checks in off the bench and takes a fastball to deep right field. That is out of here. Dominic Smith with, I think that's his 4th home run of the season, and the Mets go out in front 5-2. Definitely need all the insurance runs I could get because he's pinch hitting for Michael Walker. So obviously the bullpen is going to be coming in, and we know that the way the bullpen has been in this particular series, I'm going to be facing Goldschmidt next half inning, and Paul DeJong is not far behind. So I got to be very, very careful. A nice little launch angle here, 106.1 off the bat, 414 feet. And that was right down the middle, and my time was good. There was a fastball, not much to it. That's not a strike. Come on, umpire. No way. That's a walk and a half. You're trying to avoid Alonso. You just bail him out. Just way outside. And he still hits it. Paul Goldschmidt is just too good. He's honestly way too good. Like, I throw it all the way up, he hits it. I throw it all the way outside, he hits it. Like, how do you get this guy out? How? I mean, look at where that cutter is. Early, slightly rolled base hit. Better than a home run, but still, I'm like amazed. I need to get him on my Diamond Dynasty team. All I know is that if we do another one of these showdowns on the channel or any other kind of draft, I'll definitely be drafting Paul Goldschmidt. P. Alonso isn't a dummy. Tag him. That big old buddy is right next to you. Just put a glove on him. Oh, that could have been a nice double play and get to avoid this guy. The other Paul. Paul and Paul. I mean, they should make a law services, a commercial. Oh, do you need a home run hit? Just call Paul and Paul with Paul Goldschmidt and Paul DeJong. That's 1-800 kick Frank's butt and hit home runs. 1-800 home run. Oh, that's not a strike. Umpire, what is going on now? I mean, in between innings, did the Cardinals slip you a little something on the side? Because now you want to rob Alonso, you're robbing Cespedes. I mean, what is this? We're supposed to be in the Mother's Day spirit, and you're just not being nice right now. Giving these ridiculous calls. Come on, McNeil. Ooh, look at that backhand. Look at that. Nice play, Jeff McNeil. 2 out. I like that. Cano probably not getting that done because he's a little too slow, but Jeff McNeil, he does it all. You know what I mean? Like, he hits everything. He could hit home runs. He could play second base. He could play third base. He could play left field. He could play right field. And he could play them all well. He's a team guy. He's a hustle guy. He'll dive head first into first base. He's very competitive. I mean, there's just so many good things you can say about Jeff McNeil. And again, him and Alonso need contract extensions. I don't care if we're quarantined. I don't care if there's no baseball season. These guys need to get contract extensions. There's no other way about it. Oh, McNeil gets a fastball down the middle. Thank you very much. I will take that. Very nice gift. 2-run shot for Jeff McNeil. Perfect, perfect. I'm glad I was able to react to that because he slide stepped. I'm not sure if you saw that there because of the speed of Rosario at first base, but I was ready for it, and so was McNeil. That equals a 2-run homer and a bigger lead for us, which again, so crucial against this Cardinals team where I just seem to keep blowing leads against them. I really do not want to let that happen again. Cespedes drives it out to left center field. Perfect, perfect. It's out of here on a fastball that was below the strike zone. But thanks to Demetrius and thanks to Zone, I'm able to hit that one out for a perfect, perfect. Cespedes, obviously we knew. I really, really have got to get something going with him, just a little bit. And that definitely qualifies for that. Nice little 2-run dinger right there. I'll gladly take that. I mean, it's nice when you make the switch to zone and you're able to do stuff like that and pitches out of the strike zone because you're able to get the eye there and really make things happen right into the bullpen. Look out, Familia. He didn't even see the ball coming. That just shows you the kind of pitcher that he is. He's just so unaware of his surroundings and what's going on. That actually gave me a good reminder to sit those guys down because if you remember when this inning started, it was 5-2, so I was thinking I'm going to try Familia. If it doesn't work, go to Betances. But now it's like, okay, well, I'm going to go to Brock and hopefully get the job done. Paul Goldschmidt, please stop. Leave me alone. I mean, first pitch is just boom. Base hit. Like, stop. Look at where these pitches are. His eye isn't even really there. I'm trying to corner him. It doesn't work. That one's hit slowly. Alonso gets the out at second, back to first. Double play. And that's a big one right there because the thing is that Brock was getting tired and you don't want to let DeJong come up with runners on base, and we just keep the game nice and comfortable. That's so, so important, especially just for my sanity, so I don't go crazy. Oh, Paul DeJong. Honestly, because it's Paul DeJong, as soon as it left his bat, I was like, home run. I was just thinking about some home run, just because it took off in such a hurry, but glad to finally get him out. I mean, look at where that pitch was below the strike zone. He's still all over it. That one's hit on the ground. J.D. Davis over to Alonso, and the ball game is over. Put it in the books. New York Mets close out the series and sweep the St. Louis Cardinals finally getting a pretty one, a 9-2 victory. Got a lot of the runs late, but at least I got them and didn't give the runs back, which really had been the theme in this series, how I would let them back into the games, particularly with how bad I was with the bullpen blowing leads. In this game, the bullpen was really, really good, and I didn't use any of my really good relievers. I mean, I used Wilson in the 6th inning, and that was the one that was the most puzzling, where just got out of it. In the 7th inning, Paul Sewell threw a scoreless inning. In the 8th inning, Brad Brock threw a scoreless inning despite having some base runners. Then the 9th inning, Robert Gsellman 1-2-3. He's the one guy who can get out Paul DeJong. Go figure. So definitely was a bit of a weird series, but at least it is a series sweep and just a good all-around win today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, comment what do you think about the Mets, about the Cardinals, what are you doing for Mother's Day, and just anything going on in sports in general. Subscribe to keep up with everything going on. And until the next one, be safe, be smart, be healthy, and have a good one, everyone.